verschil tussen beide heren. Oh!
À part entière.
Lopez.
Claudio Lopez.
Carboni.
Carboni le centre.
Well, sampras almost beaten by Rafter's slower ball there. And really set up. Didn't move his feet there.
Beter in de wedstrijd. Dat is logisch.
Just a fourth ace from Rafter.
Sergi, oui, logique, cette obstruction, ce faïence. Bien vu, monsieur Lopez Nieto.
And just a second to love service game for Rafter compared with Sampras's 3. So after the exchange of breaks at the start of this set, things have settled down again. Well, I think had he controlled it well, it was a winning lob by Rafter, because Sampras was certainly taken aback before he had to move back comfortably. Last Australian winner before Rafter last year was Ken Rosewall in 1970. No, just the little brush on the top of the net made all the difference. Reminded me a bit of Greg Grosetsky battering Magnus Gustafsson at the Paris-Bercy. Not reading Gustafsson, not reading the left-hander spins. Talking of Greg, I notice he's not in the field again for Indianapolis, so this long injury layoff continues. A bit worrying that. 4-3 Sampras leads on serve, second set. Set and 4-3. Rafter to serve. Break of serve each in this second set. Well ducked by the centre service judge. Well, Sampras coming in quite a bit for that second serve, taking it a lot earlier. Catching Rafter low down. And the creme de la creme of his shots. That forehand down the line. Hello. Yes, and his reaction was sort of almost, hallelujah, I've made one.
Yes, Rafter perhaps not getting it quite deep enough, and Sampras just flicking it, playing it well out in front of him.
Suddenly, Sampras finding the range on the backhand. And Rafter, who before this match had only faced one break point in the entire tournament, hadn't lost his serve at all, now in danger of losing it for the second time in the set. It's long. And Sampras will serve for the title.
Sampras leads 5-3.
And you can't imagine him not being fully concentrated now.
I really thought Rafter had that one covered. Thought Sampras had gone the wrong way.
Magnificent. Rafter threw everything at him.
Yeah, sore shoulder and all. Rafter really on the stretcher, played that so low, and Sampras fully intending, of course, to cut under that ball and play the stop volley. And you can see the shadow approaching, but the ball veering away from Rafter.
Fourth double fault.
Already went for a little extra on the serve. Rafter really played a pretty good return, and then seemed to be to the next shot well ahead of himself.
Ace number 12, and Sampras has 2 match points. And in his last 2 tournaments, Sampras has ended losing streaks to Ferreira, Krajicek, and now Rafter. This extraordinary sequence, which started at Queen's, continues. 22 consecutive victories now, 4 consecutive tournaments. Good to see them exchanging some very pleasant words at the end, given the words that they were exchanging at LA, not directly, but via press conferences. And the rebirth of Sampras continues through.
Yes, good mature sign there, and I think this is a maturing Sampras, certainly temperamentally, psychologically, and a wonderful streak. And I just wonder, as he was shaking hands with an Australian, whether he remembered that it was Mark Philippoussis, of course, who had him, it seemed, at Wimbledon, and yet had to retire in that match, and who knows, might well be responsible for this almost resuscitation, rebirth of Sampras back at the very top with successive wins against Agassi and now Rafter.
And I just wonder how much the shoulder was a factor in Rafter's, for him, low first serve percentage. We shall no doubt find out in the post-match press conferences. But just look at the winners and statistic from Sampras. Brilliant.
Yes, I thought he served, really, apart from that one game. He served in a different world today than he has been this week. Made it that much more difficult for Rafter, sore shoulder and all.
So the statistics, these are the points won by Sampras. And despite that, just look how often Rafter was inside the net, inside the service line. The points won by Rafter, and in fact, funnily enough, there he's a bit further back when he's winning the points. But very impressive by Sampras. Just that one little hiccup when he dropped his serve early in the second set. But Sampras, the champion in Cincinnati, 4 titles in a row for the world #1. So for the 60th time in his career, Pete Sampras steps forward to receive a tournament trophy and check, and he becomes only the 6th man in the Open era to win 60 singles titles. The others, Connors, Lendl, McEnroe, Borg and Vilas. It's an impressive cast.
So without further ado, let me present to you today, on behalf of Great American, the winner's check for $361,000.
$361,000 as he nears the $37.5 million mark in terms of career prize money.
Birthday party that we're having for you. I want to present to you today, on behalf of Great American Insurance, the Winner's Cup, a Waterford Crystal, testimony to your championship style and your victory here today.
Waterford Crystal were big supporters of the ATP Tour, also make the World Champions Trophy. Getting used to it again, isn't he? 4 tournament victories in a row.
Thank you. That was a lot of compliments there. I appreciate that. Well, I'd like to thank, obviously, the people that helped me get me here. My coach, Paul Anacone, for his help this week. My masseur, Walt, and my stringer, Nate. I got a pretty big entourage, and thank God I've won this first round prize money so I can pay all their expenses. But I think we all should applaud Paul Flory, who
the tournament director,
who I've gotten to know very well over the years, and his commitment to tennis and tennis in Cincinnati is truly awesome. And we know it's his 25th year this year, and I think of anyone on this court, he deserves a round of applause. Also like to thank the ATP Tour, Jay Wayne Richmond, Mark Miles, putting together a great tour for the players. It's seemed like it gets better each year. But I have to thank the fans of Cincinnati for coming out and supporting not only myself but the tournament. I've been here 10 years and I've had a great time. Even though I've won here and I've lost here, I can always walk out of Cincinnati and feel like this is great tennis, it's great atmosphere, and I certainly hope I'm back next year. Thank you.
Pete Sampras, the champion in Cincinnati for the 3rd time. Thanks for your company this week. Do hope you've enjoyed our coverage. Next tennis on Eurosport. the Women's WTA Tour or Canadian Open in Toronto starting on Wednesday. Do hope you'll join us for that. But for now, from Fred McMillan and myself, David Mercer, and all the Eurosport tennis team, thanks for your company. See you again soon. Bye-bye.